Hi, this is Mrs McTaggart and this is lesson 3 in Angles in a Circle topic at National 5. Today we're looking at tangents. Now a tangent is a special line related to a circle. You will meet it again if you go on to do higher, but it's really important to spot and understand what a tangent is. So a tangent is a line that touches a circle at one point only, so it just touches it. So I've drawn a tangent here. Now my first introduction of a tangent, I always think it's really nice to make you think of it as being like your bike. Think of your bike or your car tyre being on the ground. So I've always got a little picture here to illustrate just what's going on. So it's like the spoke of your tyre or the spoke of your wheel touches the ground, and when it meets it's going to be at 90-degree angles. So down here, wherever your radius meets the ground, you've got 2 right angles going on. So if I go back to the original image that I've got drawn up here, you can obviously see the tangent is the line which I call the ground. The circle is touching at one point only, and the radius meets the tangent at 90 degrees. And I will say this over and over throughout this video and when teaching this topic. So remember, a tangent is a line that just touches the circle. My top tip for this is you can always turn your page in the exam. Sometimes when I'm marking these, I can actually see people's handwriting upside down in the diagram because they like to spin the image to get it into the layout they like, which is having the wheel on the ground scenario. So I'm just going to draw in some other examples of tangents. So there would be a tangent there, and that would meet the radius there also at 90 degrees. So what you could do is you could then spin that image around and have it looking like that, and then the 90 hopefully jumps out at you a wee bit better. It will always word in a question as well when you have the diagram in the exam. There'll be a lot of spiel about the different angles, and it will say the line is a tangent at the point P. So the minute you see the word tangent, there is another 90 degrees to look out for. So here is my first example. Here is my circle, and I like to talk about my wheel and my ground. So there is the radius meeting the ground. So there are 2 right angles here. So I'm just going to change my pen colour because I like to do my right angles in red. So there's a right angle here and here on either side of the radius. And then I've got a right angle triangle, so I know that this is obviously 90 in here. I just simply do 90 add 90 add 24, I'm jumping ahead, is 114. And then you do 180, take away 114, and this will give you this angle at the top of the triangle, which of course is 66. And that's all there is to fill in on that question. Let's get a wee bit harder. So here's another one. This time there's 2 triangles. So here is my radius, here is my ground. So I've got 2 right angles either side. Okay. So if I take the triangle on the right hand side, first of all, to get this angle, I'm doing 90 add 59, which is 149. Sometimes it just really helps to see the angle written down if you're doing it mentally. So you then do 180, take away 149, which leaves you with 31. So this angle down here is 31. We'll do the same at the other side. 90 add 35 is 125. And then 180, take away 125 is 55. So the angle at the top is 55. And remember my little trick, this one and this one should make 90. And then this one and this one should also make 90 as well. And if they don't, you've maybe 10 out. It's really easy to be 10 out in these questions, so just watch yourself. Okay, one example. Getting into the more exam style, there's a bit more going on in this one. So look for 90 degrees. So here is my radius, here is my ground, there is my right angle. Okay, now I also said to look for radiuses in a previous video. So here is a radius, here is another radius. So I have an isosceles triangle. So the first angle I'm going to fill in is angle 15, using the isosceles triangle. Right, 15 add 15 is 30, so the third angle in the triangle must be 180 take away 30, which is 150. Okay, so again, I'm going to go for this angle here next. This is in a straight line with 150, so that must be 30 to make it up to 180. Then focusing on this right angle triangle, 30 plus 90 is 120. 120 away from 180 makes this one in here 60. Now there is one more angle for me to get, which is this one over here. Now remember there's a 90 either side of my radius here, so I can just simply do 90 take away 15 to get this one, which gives me 75. It's a very dodgy looking 7, my pen's not working too great. So that is all the missing angles in that triangle. All that's left to do is bring it all together and look at some exam paper questions, which will be in my next video. What you can do now You can go practice these. There are 5 examples here. The bottom 2 are you basically onto exam style as well. So remember, you have to look out for radiuses, you have to look out for tangents. Top tip is to spin it. So for example, that example 1, I would spin it to make this line here, I would spin it to make this line here look like it is on the ground. And then it's like your wheel to the ground, and you can spot your 90s, okay? And then if you unpop, because your answers are there on this slide. I hope this has helped. Thanks very much for watching. Come back for the last video in the series, which is past paper questions followed by angles and a polygon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.